I think we're live. We're live. Yeah. We are most certainly live. Okay, so I'll keep this real quick. I plan to make this as short as possible, but we have a lot to cover. I think I do owe everyone an apology if you're watching this at any point in time. I owe everyone an apology mostly because we were working on something and I didn't get to finish or keep my end of the bargain. But I intend to make up for that by working on something else. At least, just like a last hangout, a last hurrah between you and I before the year runs out. So I found this really interesting looking background and I looked at it and it looked like something that had so much potential. So what can we do with it? I need to do something about this mouse. It's either the mouse or the surface area. One of the two is just like really messing with me. So let's start by behaving like adults and creating a new page. Sorry, I don't. Well, not that I don't. I actually do. There's a reason why this is here, and that's because I've been working on Brixer for some time now. That's part of the reasons why I haven't been as online as I wanted to, mostly because I've been racking my head and like trying to bring Brixer a lot closer to the finish line. And the reality is, it's a lot closer to the finish line than it was like a month ago. A lot of things have gone positively, quite positively, and I think this is a good point as any for me to showcase that. But I'll showcase that somewhere along the line. Right now, I have this idea, and I don't know where it's gonna lead me, but I just feel landing pages. Let's create one very quickly. I was saying a bit earlier that one of the things that I struggle with, actually, two of the things that I struggle with is grids. Not that I struggle with grids, but there are certain grid styles or grid types that I really need to wrap my mind around in order to be better at it. But another thing I struggle with is bentos, and I think my struggle with bento is that I'm just lazy, which is it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I agree. It's not a good thing, but I look at bentos and I'm like, ugh, do I need to? That's the question I ask myself. Like, do I need to? Is this necessary? Bentos makes like your website, your UI design looks nicer, tidy, organized, has this really fresh thing about it. But you look at a bento and you're like, do I really need to? It feels like a lot more. It feels like a lot of work that doesn't warrant this effort. No, that was wrong. Vertical, yeah. Okay, so let me duplicate this. I want to probably do some work on this background. I want to make it look nice and sweet and delightful, but I cannot do that if this is always in my way. So I need to do some black magic. There we go. A little bit of masking would help in this scenario, so let me see if I can mask you. So just put this under here, group this, and then just mask it. I think I've got a bit of a cold, so it's gonna be a little unpleasant for me. Yes, mask. There we go. So okay, so we can see that, I mean, it's sharp, so let's just blur it out. Yeah, so I'll just come to effects, layer blur. I'll blur the ever living daylight out of this thing. So the good thing about that is that instead of that sharp termination at the end of this image, it kind of just feels like if it fades into, what the hell? No, that's not what I want. No, wait. There we go. So it just fades into the black, which is cool. What else can I do to improve this thing? Because just I don't want it to just feel like, you know, I picked it up, I slapped it on something and called it a day, which is pretty much what I did. I picked it up, slapped it on something, called it a day. Sue me. Do we want to keep this thing red? Ooh, okay, that's touchy. No, keep the contrast. Saturation, nope. Boost that there a little bit. Temperature, we'll leave that there. Tint, won't touch it, but I can shoot the highlights and maybe shoot the shadows a little bit. Maybe. Okay. So almost feels like there's still more that could be done here. So let me be an aggressive troublemaker. Let's pull off some really spectacular bad ideas. Bring it back in here, put it in here. We'll make you white. We will, no, blur, not that. So we will then proceed to blur the living daylight out of you. Well, not the living daylight, but some of the living daylight, not all of them. We are not inconsiderate beings. Then let's see if we can adjust the blend mode to see if it captures what we woo. This is closer. No. How's what going? Who's this? Someone asking me how's it going? Like, I don't know you. I don't owe you. So, ooh, okay. Let's present something interesting. Well, if I pushed you a little lower, right? Let's say I duplicated you, and I stretched you. Oh boy, no, no, no. Maybe it's too much, I'm guessing. Let me throw this to even it out a little bit more. But I'm actually quite okay doing this. And then having this top one up top to be like, oh boy. Oof, that is strong, bro. That is very strong. Yeah, I think it's fine. But you see, it's coming down, and I don't want it to come down. I don't want it to kind of be like this. So maybe if I just chucked, ooh boy, no. Someone has to go in there. Oh boy, that's not good. Um, I don't know. Okay, let me duplicate this. Let me blur this a little bit. Just a little bit. Just blur it a little bit, and then see where that takes us. Okay. Let me see what where this would actually. Ooh, this is not looking terrible. Wait, hold up. Screen. Well, it looks like a beam, no doubt. But if we reduced the thingy a little bit, just to mess around with it. I also suspect that I'm probably doing too much at this point. I'm probably doing too much. It wouldn't be the worst idea if I did this, because I mean, let's face it. I could do this. And it's in the center. Yeah. I mean, we could just like have it fixed in the center. But there's something about, okay. So let me expand this. No, not that. Let me expand this. So I'll just push this to here. Yeah. Okay. So let me expand that. See where that takes me. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. So this looks good. I don't know. Hang on. I'm just following through on bad ideas at this point. But well, how would that work? Because let's say I grouped this, right? And let's say I had like a rectangle drawn from here to here, right? Let's, this is purely academic at this point. Like we don't need to agree on it. But let's say no, no, no. What did I just do? I mean, this looks nice, I know, but what the hell did I just do? What the hell did I just do? What is this? Wait. This is wrong. Oh, okay, I think I know. I probably know why. But why, actually? It's not supposed to do that. I know what I did wrong. It's not like it's wrong, it's just it's actually quite correct. So let's say we have this, right? And we have this. We just want this. I'm actually just interested in this. But let's say I took this and I blurred it. I just like blurred it actually. Let's say I pull. No, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. It's not supposed to be this much. Okay. This is fairly okay. This kind of meets what I have. This kind of matches an idea I have in mind. But what more can we do? So let's see. I want to edit objects. I want to keep this. I want this and these two nodes to go higher. Kind of. Yeah, I want those two nodes to go a little higher. But no. Not too high. Let's see what will happen if I did this. Okay, we have that. Then let's now see what happens when we now like add a little bit more blur to it. It's looking a little bit more fine now. If I removed the mask or this mask and I removed this mask, oh god, no. Yeah, we have something. I mean, this just looks a little bit like Stranger Things. We have something. We have something, but I don't know what to do with that something. We have something. Let's turn this back on. Oh gosh, no. All right, so let's say we wanted. I'll probably need to pick a logo, but I don't even know which to even pick from. Let's cook something very quickly. Something basic and generic. Doesn't have to be like super deep or anything. Um, there's this particular style of logo I've been trying to get my hands on, but I haven't been so successful. I think it's pretty easy to actually get to once you know the mechanics behind it, in my opinion at least. But once you know the mechanics behind it, I think it's fairly straightforward. So here we go. Once you know the mechanics behind it, I think it's fairly straightforward. So I think so let me see if this is something I can pull off. Yep. Yep. So that's that. Can I? Oh dear. Okay, so it's not supposed to do that. Let me see. Hang on 1 second. Okay, let me 1 2 1 2. Is this correct? Kind of looks correct. I hope it's correct. Okay, so now I probably do need to do something like this from middle. I hope I'm getting this right. I'm just like quite literally cooking out of my bum. top, 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 top. I think I'm cooking out of my bum actually. Yes, I'm most definitely cooking out of my bum. No, not that. I'm most definitely cooking out of my bum. I have to take this. Hello? Hi. Yeah, pushing it.